Hello, my wonderful students. I have another question for you, you lovers of physics. Okay, so the question is saying find the resultant force for each of the following moving in the positive x direction. So there's a condition here is that they are moving in the positive x direction, right? That is, it's moving in that manner. So it's just moving in that manner. So that means it means they're being pushed in the positive x direction, and whatever force is acting on the other side, we treat it as an opposing force. Okay. So we are going to do two things here. We are going to call forces that are going in the positive x direction as the F1s, as forward forces. So those forces going in the positive x, call them forward forces. Are we there? Then those that are going in the negative x direction, we call them backward forces. So where is this question coming from? Which topic is coming from? Forces. Okay, very forces. And I'm talking about Newton's second law of motion. Second law of what? Of motion. So the resultant force is just the net force, in short, that is acting on the mass of an object. So sometimes you are going to find resultant, or sometimes you're going to find the net force. Don't be confused, it's just the same. So moving on to the question, the resultant force, let's call it F R, and let's symbolize it like that, is just equal to, for A, I'm talking about A, since we're talking about the positive x direction, so this one is our first force and this one is our second force. So we're going to say F1 minus F2. So our first force is our second force. So our first force is 300 newtons. Our second is 400 newtons. This one is Newton there. So our resultant force, we end up getting negative 100. Yes, you can find the force in the negative form. What this tells you is that this force is not going in the direction where the object is moving, but it's acting the opposite way. So we can say this one, or you can say 100 newtons in the 400 Newton direction. You see now? So you can report it as negative 100, or you can say 100 newtons, but in the 400 Newton direction, in this force, in the direction of this force, or you can say in the negative x direction. I hope it's making sense. All right. Now we do the same for B. Okay. I'm just going to erase this part. Okay, maybe I shouldn't erase. Let's go to B. For B, we've got the first force is here. Then we've got, let's call this one our second force. Then let's call this one here our third force. Is it making sense? I hope so. So our resultant force for this B, we have the forward force, the first one, then the backward forces are 175. So these we are going to add them. Okay, that's all. So we are saying the resultant force here is equal to F1, okay, minus F2 plus F3, like that. So our F1 is 200 newtons minus Our F2 is 100 plus what? 75. So now, I'll just get rid of this. I hope you've copied that. We'll say FR, which is the resultant force, is 200 minus what? 175. You see how now it has become? So now the resultant force will just give us what? 25 newtons. Or you can say 25 newtons in the positive x what? Direction. Or you can say 25 newtons towards the 200 newton what? Force. Or in the direction of the 200 newton force. Well, that's all that I had for you. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you find this video useful, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok and on Facebook. That's the best favor you can do for me. But the greatest favor you can do for me, do you know it? It's by joining my online classes. Very affordable. You're going to make it.